Today we're going to be looking at my attempt at building a Plex server. We are lovingly calling it
Jack the Ripper
because it's going to be ripping digital media, Blu-rays, CDs, DVDs, basically create a personal Netflix. So what I did was I went to Micro Center and I bought a lot of this stuff refurbished, but I was trying to get it as cheap as I could.
Message!
So I got this $40 refurbished monitor. It's like a 4:3 ratio. You see, 1280 by 1024, super not HD. We see here we got the DDR3 memory from Neo Forza. I got the motherboard open box as well. It's the Asus Prime B450. Nice motherboard. I don't have anything bad to say about it. And I had to get VGA cable because this particular screen does not have HDMI input for relatively obvious reasons. And we got the professional 120 gigabyte SSD. The CPU is the Athlon 200 GE. It's dual core, 4 threads. It's the only one that I had, to be quite honest. I didn't feel like buying another CPU. It seemed like a gross waste of resources. I can't do this. I gotta turn the fan on. Hold on. Opening up this monitor, it's just super old. It reminds me of those fatback TVs, but without the fatback. Also, I had a monitor arm from a previous build and realized that this screen has VESA mounts, so got a little fancy. Decided to mount it. Ooh, yeah, motherboard time. Yeah, this board was, I think it was like $55. It wasn't terrible. Those screws really came in clutch. Got them off of Amazon. They were like 17 bucks maybe. I hate trying to find and pick through a bunch of old screws that I have and then have them be mismatched. I like all my screws to match. Right here, what I realized is that yes, I'm screwing down the cooler mounts, but I'm using 2 different mounts. Not my proudest moment, so we finally got that correct. We got our Noctua thermal paste there. It's a good amount. Oh, the heatsink was getting stuck in between the motherboard and the standoffs. Ah, there we go. Secure fit. Everything seems to be going well so far. And then, I deals meal. This is when everything went to shit. So I bought this RAM because it was the cheapest RAM in the store. But I was trying to get it as
cheap as I could.
That's not it. Yep, see? Shaking the head. That's not it either. What is this guy's problem? Read it. Do you see it? Uh-oh. I think he's realizing it. It says DDR3. Wait a minute. That doesn't seem right. But the one thing I didn't recognize was this was DDR3 memory. And I was trying to put DDR3 memory into a board that runs on DDR4. Oh no. Why'd you do that? So of course, I checked the user manual. Come on, son. What did you learn? Oh, you didn't learn shit. You didn't learn anything. You spent all of that time reading and didn't learn a damn thing. Look at him. Look at him. Right. All right, I got it. No problems. Let's do it. Wrong. What should we do? We should put that shit back in the package and realize we fucked up. So it's not that Forza memory was terrible. It's just that I'm an idiot and it didn't match with my motherboard. I kind of want to build a computer now that runs on DDR3 memory just so I don't end up wasting that. Oh yeah, no, I already took it back. Thanks, Micro Center return policy.
Give me a high five!
So after the 2 hours of doing that, we hopped our ass back over to Micro Center. I ended up going to get the G-Skill. That was the original RAM that I had in my PowerSpec G700, my first pre-built. It was definitely more expensive, but it was the cheapest compatible memory that they had on hand. True enough, I could have ordered it cheap online, but I'd have to wait. And this build was more about scratching an itch that I had, and Amazon wasn't going to be able to scratch it for me. I get the right RAM, stick it in there good, click. And yeah, he's done. Birdman rub hand. Moving on to the build montage. Call back to the PowerSpec G700 comment. This is the original case that my pre-built came in, but it is torn down. If you would like to see a video on how I did that, I should have a link right up in here. Click it. and you'll see how I took it apart. One of the most important parts of a
Jack the Ripper build.
are the rippers. Gotta have a set of media, CD, Blu-ray rippers. I had a crap ton of TV shows, multiple discs, multiple seasons, all of that, but I didn't want to rip them one at a time. There is a great tutorial, Excelsior Tech. This guy right here walked me through this entire Plex project, start to finish, no problems whatsoever. Check him out if you're interested in seeing how to use Plex or how that ripping session goes. Just stay tuned. There's a part 2 coming. This is in fact a bookcase, not made for computer parts and all of that. And instead of turning it on with a screwdriver, I just took the power switch out of the case. I ran a hole through this thing so I could press a button and turn it on without really having any issues. I just need to put the monitor on. There it is. And I also got some caster wheels from Home Depot. Ended up making it super easy to push across the room. Word of caution, do not get 2 stationary wheels and 2, what do you call those? The ones that do this? Don't get 2 of those and then 2 of the ones that don't. Get all 4 of them that do this. For some reason, I thought pushing the cart was gonna be cool, but it's a pain in the ass to have these front 2 wheels right here not move. If you're gonna do this and you're gonna put wheels on it, put caster wheel. And you might even wanna put one in the middle because that thing is starting to sag now. This is it. This is the build, part 1 anyway. If you're interested in part 2, stick around. That video will be here soon enough. If you're interested in Plex or anything related to Plex servers or building a machine to rip a Plex server, go check out Excelsior Tech. This one was rough. Let me know what you think about this format. If you found this helpful, drop a like, consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one.